What's up, guys? This is your boy Rich, coming to you with an Infernoble deck profile. I've been playing YuGiOh for about 2 years, and this is by far my favorite deck I've ever played. It's the only deck where if you normal summon Neo Space Connector, your opponent will actually scoop.
And it's happened.
Yeah, it happens about 20% of the time. I just think it's a really high skill level deck, and it's just all gas. It's really just a great deck to play.
Cool. All right, let's get into it.
All right, guys, before we continue with this video, I'd like to talk a little bit about YourPlaymat.com. Your Playmat that you already know. They have some really nice, beautiful sleeves. They made these beautiful custom sleeves for us on this channel. I think they feel great. They're easy to shuffle. They're easy to put the cards in and out. I think it's super amazing that the sleeve is actually as perfect fit as possible. It's not too tight. It's not too loose. So in my personal opinion, I think these are some of the best sleeves I've actually had in a long time. So if you guys want to get some nice custom sleeves done, or if you guys just want to get some sleeves that are already pre-designed by them, they have some amazing artworks. So you should hit them up to get your amazingly beautiful sleeves. They also have some really dope mats. And they have anything from YuGiOh size sleeves to also standard size sleeves. So if you play Pokemon, Dragon Ball, Y Shorts, whatever you play, you guys can definitely get your sleeves from them. So make sure you guys go hit them up. The link will be down in the description. And if you want to get 10% off in your next purchase, use the promo code ELITE15YP to get 10% off. You already know, guys. Let's go ahead and get into it.
All right, now let's get into this deck profile.
All right, so here's my Infernoble deck profile. We got the best normal summon in the game. 3 Neo Space Connectors.
And this just outright wins you games, correct?
Yeah, I mean, if you normal summon this, they don't open a hand trap. They're just scooping. And then we got the one ulti first dolphin.
And I've seen that plenty of times you just had it and you just go normal summon effect, and there's like not really a need to even... I mean,
yeah, this deck is just all extended, bro.
Okay, just
this deck
gas.
is so good.
Yeah, man.
Best special summon in the game, in my opinion.
Oh, red layer? Yeah, it's not a once per turn, correct?
Yeah, this card is insane versus trap decks. When I play trap decks, I usually don't try to go full combo. I just try to conserve my resources and loop the red layer. Also, a lot of people will think that you'll go into your Soul Day on the first 2 warriors that you make. But if I'm playing against a trap deck, a lot of times I'll just go into a Charles and just try to pop cards and just kind of take out some back row cards.
Yeah, because usually people will sight in floodgates against you. They're like, oh, that's how I win, you know, just like...
Yeah, and Charles is usually enough. It just generates so many resources.
I gotcha. All right, getting into the
second best extender, Fireflint Lady.
Oh my God.
This card's insane, especially its ability to tribute itself to special summon a warrior from your hand. Sometimes I'll do that if I open Dolphin or something like that and I get ashed. This is just a really good card.
And now we get into the Infernoble lineup?
Yeah, so I run 3 Oliver. This card is just your best extender if they hit your Soul Day. It also has a really good equip effect. Not being able to target is really good. And it's also a free equip each turn for Gearfried. It's really good against Scott Striker as well. What I noticed is that if I'm playing against like back row, I want to equip 2 of these as fast as possible. Because a lot of times they can out 1, but it's hard to out 2, and it just costs them a lot of resources.
No, yeah.
I only run 2 Roland.
You don't like this card at 3?
So I've been play testing with this deck a lot, and 2 is the perfect ratio. You never want to open this card because you want to save its special summoning effect for the end of your combo. This is just a card that you want to search and never open. I never want to see this card open again.
Oh man, so the hands that you see 2 of is like shit, like oh damn, or is it like
it's
still playable, just annoying?
You just can't extend as much when you do this, and it's just more of a resource card. That's why I don't play 1 of it. It's just insane in the grind game, just getting your DDR back. The only time where I would say I really want to see this card is when they have Nibiru and I turbo out Arclight.
Yeah, that's right, because you can make art like pretty easy. Jeez.
I played TG Striker.
Oh, so you like this? I've seen a lot of debate because there is another Warrior Tuner level 2.
Yeah, Gemba. No, you definitely run TG Striker. So Gamma is like mained in every tier 1 deck right now. So this card is insane because it's like a Cyber Dragon. And
what do you mean by that? Just the effect?
so it says that if your opponent controls a monster and you don't, you can special summon it. So
It's
a lot of times
free-
I'll hold this in my hand, and if I get Gamma and I lose a body for a Soul Day, I'll just special this and make another warrior and make another Soul Day. Additionally, this card's just infinitely better going second because it's just a special summon.
I got you. That's why you like it. I understand.
I don't think Gemba is like a really good card. I mean, this deck has been really carefully crafted to where every card in this deck is just really good and carefully chosen. We have one Coltwing here.
You have to play. You only play the one, huh?
Yeah, you hate to open it, but you can still combo opening it. So if this video gets over 1,000 views and maybe like 50 likes, I'll do an in-depth profile on how to play the deck, some combo lines that you can do.
Gotcha.
If you open some cards like some test hands, what's the most optimal way to play this deck? I just really feel like the way that you play this deck really determines how many interruptions you can play through and how you break boards.
All right, guys, you heard him. So let's try to get 1,000 views and at least 50 likes. So my boy Rich here can show you guys like how to pilot the best
I've been
deck.
topping with this deck like crazy, just crazy. You play the one Despot. It's
Of course,
needed
it's
for the combo.
mandatory.
And I mean, people will try to ghost spell this, but like it doesn't really hurt that much
Because you just
flip it again. It's like you're stopping with a special summon. This deck plays through Ash, Imperm, Valor. Just plays through everything. Not really Imperm, but you can play through it. I can show you how.
Gotcha.
You play one Gearfried. This card is insane.
Collector's rare.
It's probably the best card in the deck, but you don't want to open it as well.
Because you want to be able to search it for follow-ups?
Yeah, it's more of just a follow-up card. And the thing is, you just want to get to a Soul Day as fast as possible. And your board clogs a lot if you open this, because you need all your monster zones unless you want to go for a smaller board. But this card is just excellent with breaking boards, and a lot of people don't actually use this card correctly. You can actually attack a monster and then select a different monster that they have and equip it to it.
Gotcha.
So you can also equip your own monsters. So this card is just
I didn't even know that.
I just win so many games with this just because I like to play the resource game with this.
Well, yeah, because they more often than not use all their cards to break your board, and then you have Gearfree for next turn, and it's a monster negate. That,
I mean,
that
people
takes.
really don't understand this deck because they think it's glass cannon and that it just doesn't have any follow-up. This deck has insane follow-up.
Yeah.
You have 2 searches at the end phase, and then all of your cards float with Durendal. It's just really
Nice,
good.
All right, so we're getting to the next card. Are we getting to the spells yet?
Yeah. So we got our spells here. I only play 2 Heritage of the Chalice, and people may say, why are you only running 2? I mean, I've been playing this deck for a while, and one thing you don't want to do is lose to Droll. So I'd rather just see monsters, especially because IO is a card right now.
Yes.
And a lot of times it's super awkward if you open Heritage of the Chalice, and 2 Heritage of the Chalices, or if you're starting off and you have a Heritage of the Chalice and then a Durendal, it just becomes really awkward.
I got you.
It's once per turn, and you don't I don't really
Is
want
it
to
once
run
per
a lot.
activation, or just once per use?
You can use it once per turn.
Okay.
We got the Collector Rare Rhoda.
Let's go.
This card's just insane. It just searches everything that you need. A lot of times it'll be Neo Space Connector if you have extenders, and if it can be used to search an extender as well. So it's just, it's the best search card in the deck. It searches everything that you need, except for Red Layer, which kind of sucks. But
level 4s, man. Yeah. What is Red Layer? Level 5, 6?
Level 5.
Funny.
We got the Turbo Pack Phoenix Blade.
Of course.
This card is insane.
Would you say this is your second favorite card, apart from Neo Spacian?
No,
Dolphin?
it's just really good, and when people know how to play against the deck, they tend to banish this from my graveyard.
It's just free resources, huh?
You can get it back from Ronald, but yeah, I mean, I've basically been targeted at locals. People are maining token collector right now, so against me, I'm the only one running.
What do you mean? I thought that was for the Sword Souls.
There's
Yeah,
bits out there.
Sword Soul has been out.
He's so undefeated that people have to put money on it to try to beat him.
Some guy actually tried to play me for $100 at locals.
Oh man. Oh man. Anyway, going back to the deck. One living fossil.
I learned one living fossil. This card's insane. I really like this card because you could bring Herald back and its effects are negated while it's on field, but since
because it triggers for cost.
Yeah, but it's a continuous spell card, so it has to be, the card has to be on the field for it to continuously be negated. So you get and Herald triggers engrave, right? So this card's really good. Also, it's an extender. Sometimes I do the Roland send one at this back, and then you can make an Appaloosa off of it, or just, you know, this deck can make a 1-card Appaloosa and a 1-card Axis Code Talker. It's just really good.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to talk to you about playing the Appaloosa in this deck, but go on.
We got 3 Durendo.
Best card? One of the best cards?
The thing with this deck is you don't really want to open any of your equip spells. You learn how to play through your bricks, but if you have to use this, you can't search to Roland for your second power tool. But I don't really want to see any of my equip spells. I think the games that are more difficult is when I open a lot of my spell cards.
But can't this be activated by, you know, equipping it to your opponent's monsters?
Yeah, it's really good going second, but going first, you don't really want to open it.
I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because then if you only open that and then no monsters, what do you equip?
Because like the thing is, a lot of these effects are once per turn, right? So
like hard once per turn.
Yeah. DER, I think this card is the most underrated card this format. A lot of the games that I play, there's a lot of banishing, so this card's insane versus Virtual World because all my cards get banished, so this is automatically live.
They're like Shen, I win,
and,
JK.
You know, a lot of times I'll get my card banished off a Shirag because Tri-Brigade's like a deck right now, and this card is just like, I don't really care if they banish myself. I just keep going.
Here we go.
Now we'll just go into my defensive cards. I play 3 cards.
The staples.
This card's insane. I think that it's really up to the pilot and how you play. Like, so
you don't like droplets?
I like every card in my hand. I feel like droplet has a high cost. But I just run like blowout cards right now because people are main decking Gamma, Tactics, and Crossout, and they just feel like all the hand trap hate is just it's just, you know, you play against the meta, and I feel like I never want to get punished for activating a Droll or like a Lancia and get Gamma and just lose. I feel like this card's infinitely better, and I think that one of the cool interactions that I do is a lot of people are playing Shaddoll Invoked right now because Shaddoll Invoked Dogmatica because of the Megatins, and one of my buddies was playing this deck and he said that he was just losing the window. Yeah. But one thing that you can do with this deck is when they send Maximus to dump into their graveyard, I always send the Omega and the Captain Roland. And on their turn, you have to force the Schism out because this card's only live when Window's already on the field, right? So you try to spin their Shaddoll monster back and you force the Schism out. Once the Schism's out, you can Dark Ruler it.
And just hope they don't have Alistair, correct?
Because, yeah, a good Shaddoll player is going to chain their window to like an important effect, like you're a Sold or something, right? And you can't really respond to that. Additionally, people are like, yeah, I have a hard time outing the window, right? But, I mean, this deck, if you play properly, you have almost like 8 copies of Red Layer, right? You can just equip your Synchro card that you dumped off the Maximus to your Red Layer, and as long as they don't have an Alistair in hand, you can just attack over it. The deck also has Gearfried.
Yeah, and
Lightning
that's like
Storm's not very good against it, but I mean, you try to use every card in your deck, and I feel like this deck has a huge toolbox.
Word toolbox.
I play 3 Lightning Storm. This is just a local call.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of back row hits in our locals, and also this card's just insane against Tri-Brigade. Like, you can hit the Appaloosa, you can hit the Revolt. I mean, a lot of times this is just like kind of forcing cards out, and that's kind of how I play this deck when I'm comboing. I just try to like make my opponent respond to things. Especially like people try to save the Gamma for like the Auroradon and stuff like that, but I just force it out.
And it's also once per activate, right? So if they go Solemn, just second, or Herald, second one I got.
I play 2 tactics. I know a lot of people will say that you want to run 3, but I feel like 2 is perfect.
No, yeah, I see what you're saying. 3 is kind of bricky, man. Like, honestly.
I just want to see warriors and go to full combo, and like this doesn't actually stop the hand trap, right? It just kind of makes your opponent get punished if they hand trap you early, if they have multiple hand traps. A crazy interaction with this card is I was playing against a Tri Brigade player who has Imperm, and anybody who plays this deck is like, Imperm is like, you know, really good against this deck. But I ripped his Nerval from his hand using Dolphin and used his effect to search another Tri Brigade monster. Well, then I just Talons and shuffled his Imperm. Like, it's just, this card's insane, and like, it just kind of, anytime when you make your opponent like afraid of like hand trapping you or doing something,
it's misplay,
right?
yeah.
It's kind of like it's kind of like how I was talking about, like, I don't want to undroll because I might get gammaed, right? And just the fact that like they get an extra search before they actually commit something is really strong.
Yo, I think that interaction was against me.
Anyway, moving on.
I got 1 LOB Monster Reborn. It's not first edition, but
Hey, man, it's still a nice card. So you play Monster Reborn in this deck, huh?
this card's insane. Like, I was playing against a player who Lancia'd me, and this card's just like the best extender. I actually reborn my Cult Wing, and it says whenever it's special summoned, you get 2 tokens.
Oh my god, so Despot combo live, let's go.
And it's just like, I'm trying to play around Gamma this format, and like, you just kind of need cards like Monster Reborn to combat the Gamma. And actually, Herald of Orange Light hurts a lot too. It just removes the body. I really like this card. I wouldn't take it out.
Gotcha. Yeah, Monster Reborn's really good.
Is
Call by the Grave. Of course. This is follow-up and interruption, correct?
I play Call by the Grave because it allows you to play through hand traps turn 1, but also it's just really good against Drytron.
Yeah. You think that Drytron is the best deck? I want to hear him say it. Anyway, so getting into the
extra deck. This is just my field center.
Oh, nice, man.
You got an Nibiru token. You got the 3 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens.
Do you play the Nib token to spook your opponent?
No, it's just, you know, I get nibbed a lot, but you know, this deck plays through Nibiru if you play properly. Alright, so we'll start off with XZ monsters. 1 Draco Sack, first set original print.
Gotcha.
This card is insane. A lot of people don't read this card, so if I have a token, they can't destroy it by battle. I've had people try to destroy it with Access Code Talker.
Oh, whoopsies.
This card's insane. Also, like, you always, like, when you go full combo, you end on this board, and then like during our next turn, you can detach again and get 2 tokens and a Despot back. And then from there, you can just kind of link climb into a unicorn or whatever you need. But this card's just really good. People say that they don't want to run the Draco Sack version because the engine's so big. But like, this card is just really, really good. And your end board, you just have so many monsters so that even if you get Dark Lord no more, like, it's really hard to clear your board, especially because you have follow-up.
That's interesting.
We got 1 Savij. Card's insane. I mean, this card has been around since the Synchro format, and like, it's just the best.
Omni Negate level 8
big body. You use this to get over the Ignister, the 4K Ignister body.
Oh yeah.
So it's got 40-50 attack after you equip the Roland. If they get 6, then it's kind of hard to beat over. But a lot of times they just end on a 4K beater.
Yeah, no
this
one's
is your
doing
answer.
Yeah, if you're ending on a 6.
1 ulti first power tool. These cards are just broken. They're like soft ones per turn. After like I start going in my combo, I have like a Charles on board and like 8 cards in my hand. It's like insane. You just get so many pluses off of it. We're on the 1 Charles. This is probably my favorite card in the deck. There's so many interactions. Like, I watch a lot of YouTube videos with this deck, and people don't understand that like you pop during both end phases, so during your opponent's end phase as well. I was watching like a top tier table that was going on, and the guy didn't use his end phase to pop a card. I was just like, what? He also gains 500 each turn, but I think the effect that is like really good is that he equips Durendal. You can equip the Durendal from grave each turn, and then during your turn you can send it to grave to search. So it's automatically a +1. And also when they destroy your Charles, when they finally get over it, the Durandal triggers, so you can special summon a Ronald from your grave and then add a DDR back. This card, like, it just floats. It's just a really solid card.
Interesting.
We got one Arclight. This card's insane as well. It's a really good floodgate against Drytron. Helps you play against decks that run Forbidden Droplet. They have to commit their normal summon first before using Droplet, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But this card is just really good. We have one Captain Roland. This card's really good.
Favorite card.
This is the pop on their turn. Also, it's just like a Shizuku, which is insane. A lot of times I actually just, you know, when you start grinding with this deck and you can't go full combo, you're just trying to maximize your resources. So a lot of times if I get stopped at the Needle Fiber, I can banish it and then special summon this card and then add Gear Freak to my hand. It's just really good. One Shooting Riser.
So you send, what do you send with this? And
I always send Ren Lair because the combo requires you to make a level 2, and then you make this off the token. You make this off the token and the Cult Wing, you get that. There are some random cases where maybe you'll send like a TG Striker or a Gemba. Like if you kind of open kind of awkwardly, you can make a Savij off that. This card's insane. A lot of times, like, when you get good with this deck, you'll know what you can do and what end board you can do. And, like, you can loop this thing 3 times in a turn, just rip 3 cards from the hand. It's just insane.
I've seen it be done, and I've had it done on myself. So, yeah, this card is pretty fucking cool.
Balmong, not once per turn. Insane. It's just used to revive your Cult Wing.
Okay, I gotcha. And then, yeah, just more
Ghost
tokens.
Power Tool.
I gotta get a...
You already know what it is. This card, insane.
Is that another one of
One
his
thing you have to
cards?
realize is that, like, these cards are insane and they don't target. So, like, I was playing against a Dino player. He activates double Evo Pill. I chain my my Oliver to equip, or my Roland to equip. On summon, effect resolves pop UCT before he gets a chance to book everything. The card's just insane.
Wait, can you just chain to it?
No, because I chained to the double Evo. And then
Oh, shit.
And
Oh,
so
that's what you're saying.
I'll play against a Tri Brigade player. I'll use this effect because I get hand trapped the deck. I'll chain this to like the Revolt or something, right? And then so Revolt happens, and then this triggers before the Shurag gets summoned, and I can just pop the Shurag before it vanishes, right? Yeah, these don't target, so a lot of times I'll just say pop, and then I'll like choose something, and then they'll activate, and I'll just pop the other card, you know?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I run double Isolde.
Oh man, Link 2 makes the work, you know.
This
Pretty sure this.
Insane. That's why I'm playing this deck, because I feel like this deck can abuse the best normal summon in the game and the best Link 2. It just has a lot of.
Seriously, yeah, like it adds you. It's a what? It's a plus how many? Like 3, 2?
Yeah,
depending on the situation.
Insane. It's worth running the bricks, especially because of the 1-card combos. I got one CR Unicorn. This card is clutch. I don't care what anybody says. It's
spin to back to the deck. Yeah.
Play this deck. So a lot of times, I was playing against one of my opponents, and a lot of people will try to save like an Imperm for their Hulk or your Oradon, but you know, I'll just make a Unicorn after this because this is a free Link 3, right? I'll spin back their Unicorn. You force it out, right? You force out the back row. You force out their monster negates, right? I'll target their Savij, force it to negate it, right? And then after that, I'm free to combo off. And then Divine Sword is just free discard. And you already know, this is actually the best Link 2.
This is the best Link 2?
Ulti Hulk.
Better than Isolde?
Yeah, it's better than Isolde. Just because it gives you access to Despot.
I gotcha.
I'm gonna go over my side deck real quick.
The secret spice, guys. Get ready. This is how Rich Lee goes undefeated for months on end.
I play 3 Exchange.
Oh my god.
This card's insane. It's just
wow.
it's
Talk
just
about nostalgia.
Play through Nibiru, play through anything. I don't run cross out on my deck. I feel like Exchange is infinitely better. There's not enough flexible spots in your deck to run cross out, I feel like. I'm running 3 strike right now.
Of course. These are ultis, correct?
Yeah,
Jesus.
3 ulti strike. Card's insane going first. If they Dark Ruler no more you, at least you have a strike for follow.
Yeah, strike is infinitely.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I'm running 3 Nibiru.
Also, you do sight in hand traps. You just don't main them.
Yeah, I think that Nibiru is a really good card against Rescue Cat right now, and it's just kind of
The Rescue Cat combo.
Yeah. And then this is honestly the best hand trap the game has ever made. 3 collector rare gammas. It's just the whole idea of me playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Is I don't really like trading 1 for 1, and gamma, it's just insane.
I get you.
And you know, I built this deck with a lot of theory, and that's why I run Lightning Storm. I'll Lightning Storm somebody, force a monster in a gate, and then I'll just chain a gamma. Like, it's just a really good card. And then I run 2 evenly. This is a meta call. I really don't like anti-spell fragrance.
Yeah. Or Secret Village of the Spellcaster.
I feel like it's just like overlooked this card. It's just really good against Tri-Brigade and Virtual World.
Alter guys too.
Yeah, so I just wanted to have at least 5 spell trap removals because I really don't like back row decks. So that's my deck profile, and if this video gets over 50 likes and 1,000 views, I will do a combo video and
combo
some
lines.
deck theory on how to play this deck properly.
Yeah.
Super in depth. Let's go.
All right. Any shout outs, Rich, and end of the video?
Shout out to my team, Team Elite Savij. Shout out to my homies at Omega Gaming. And the Houston Yu-Gi-Oh! community. Let's go.